Got it. I need it done here. Going to live stream. Okay, it's going to be the traveling workshop here, which will be great. Awesomeness. Oh, yeah, it's better. Second. Here we go. Oh, yeah, that's a good start.
Okay, that's that.
Okay.
Turn your camera on.
Well, what am I not seeing here?
Quality up there, the top. Sometimes that. I mean, we can turn it that way, but it's not the best camera.
Right.
And it's not really showing.
I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on with that.
Maybe Dan.
It should be okay. That's fun. Well, we're trying to start our Beekeeping 101 workshop, which, because of threat of rain, we're starting outdoors, but we will soon move indoors. But look, there's our presenter. Hopefully we're seeing.
Let's see if we can get this to work. Hear people on the other end. Can't see anything.
Yep.
Can anybody hear us at all?
I think we're hearing the.
Have to zoom out a little bit. Well, there we go.
See, there it is. Yay.
And then we should
So
be
it's
turn the
all
camera.
live. Yep. Well,
And then we can turn it around. Because the camera on the other side's better.
we'll get this show started momentarily. There we go.
Ready to go? Okay. So my name is Cameron Kincaid. I am a senior here at IUSD. I work for the Center for a Sustainable Future. And this is Steve Lesniak of Peace Bee, South Bend. He's gonna give us a little presentation or a little 101 workshop of beekeeping and kind of the basics of it, as well as kind of getting into it and picking it up as a hobby. So you want to take it away, Steve?
Okay, thank you, Cameron. Welcome those here in virtual. These technical difficulties are exactly why I stopped being an IT director and became a beekeeper. All right, anyone else here a beekeeper other than Cameron? Or been around a hive? You have been, awesome. Then you know they're not aggressive. I mean, one of the things that everyone thinks is if it's black and yellow, it's a bee. If it's black and yellow and stings you, it's a bee. That's the farthest from the truth. I wish they were out flying because they're not even black and yellow. I have never seen a true black and yellow honeybee before. So where that came in, I don't know. My voicemail right now for the business and personal states, if it's September through October and you're calling about bees in your house, they are not. They're wasps or yellow jackets. And no, we don't do removals. So we're talking about sustainability. So why do we want honeybees? Anyone here want to take a shot at that? Oh, come on. All right, go ahead.
Helps our food production. They pollinate and it keeps food good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It wasn't it 70% of all the food that we eat we can thank bees for or something along the lines of that.
I've heard numbers as high as 90.
Yeah, there's something.
It's related.
Yeah.
It's related because the foods that the animals consume are pollinated. So it's this cascading. But now, one of the things is sustainability, isn't that to be non-invasive, to be native, right?
Along the lines of that.
Honeybees are not native to North America, but are they invasive?
I don't think so.
No, they're not. Some people will argue that, but everything I've read said that they do not harm the local pollinators. Now, as far as the food production, if you could take all the honeybees out of North America right now, our diet would go, I used to say Native American, but we're talking pre-Viking. I mean, they've proven Vikings were in Minnesota long before Columbus stumbled across the Caribbean. So we're talking a diet pre-Viking. That's where our food would go. Or we'd be importing a whole lot more. Again, it's that 80, 90% is tied back to the honey. Now, I'm not a big fan of monocrops. I'm not a big fan of factory farming, but they are a fact of life. It's going to take a long time if we ever get away from them. So without those, blueberry crops are going to go down, apple crops, almonds. U.S. produces more almonds than anywhere else in the world. And it's all in California and the Central Valley. And again, I'm not a big fan of that. It's endless trees of almonds, but almonds are used in so many different things: almond butter, almond paste, almond oil. So if you took them away, everything would change instantly. And so they're non-invasive, they are beneficial. The longer honeybees are in an area, the more prolific that area becomes, be it the flowers, the trees, vegetables, or whatnot. So that's my sales pitch on why honeybees are good. I mean, we want to talk about taking care of them, the basics. There's a lot of 101 that we can cover, and I could talk for days. Basic care, you don't need to do a whole lot. There's the hive. It's a little cool for them in the shade. It's been raining. They don't like to come out of that. You need something as simple as this to protect your face. The veil that goes on your head. Cameron has some suits here if you're a little weary of just covering your face. Anyone want to take a guess at why it's important to cover your face?
So you don't get stung in the face.
But why, why just the face?
So bees like to kind of go in the holes, and so our eardrums and like our noses, they're just kind of around there, like not really realizing that it's not.
Okay, that's true. I've had bees try to go in my nose and my ear. Predators of honeybees are things like bears, skunks, very thick fur. Where's the only place that they can easily be stung? Eyes, nose, ears, where there's less fur or no fur. So their instincts when threatened is to go for the face. That's why you wear a veil. So you could, on a calm hive, warm day in the summer, you get away with just a veil. I know a beekeeper that takes care of his bees in short sandals and a t-shirt, and that's it. Makes it a little crazy, but honeybees work off of pheromones. That's how they communicate. When they sting you, they release an alarm pheromone, and that's why other bees come and try to sting you. That's why we use a smoker to mask that pheromone. Everyone's body chemistry is different as far as pheromones, and if you take medications, it'll change that scent. We don't necessarily notice it, but they can. So I can go to Danny's and he's dressed like he's at the beach and he's fine, but they're coming at me. I smell different than Danny. So that's another thing when people say, well, when I go buy bees, they come out. There's something you're wearing, maybe your cologne, your shampoo, the soap you use. So you don't pick up on it, they do.
Don't they recognize faces as well? I've heard that they can recognize like specific faces
They
after
can.
a while.
They can recognize faces, but there's a catch to that.
Okay.
I'll let you read for everyone in the back.
So one life, 45 days, 100 flight miles, 4,000 flowers, and 1 drop of honey.
Okay. That's what a honeybee does in her lifetime. So she's only living 45 days in the summer. So yeah, she might remember your face, but in 45 days, she's probably going to be gone. So yes, they've proven that, but I'm not sure how beneficial it really is.
Right.
But that goes back to how precious they are. They do all that work in 45 days to produce one drop of honey. And did anyone catch that I said her? Male bees cannot sting. They don't have stingers. Their only purpose in their life is to mate with a queen, and they only do it one time and they die. And this time of year, you won't find any drones or males in a hive. They kick them out because all they do is eat. Big fat, and they eat a lot. So in the summer, you'll find about 10% of the colony is drones because there's mating going on in the area. But come fall, they kick them out. If you don't do something of value, either protect the hive, produce honey, make wax, make propolis, whatever, you're out. It's all about survival, sustainability. That's a better term.
So Steve, since we're going to make a transition to indoors, is there anything people should know about keeping bees in their backyard, which you can do inside bedrooms?
Yes.
That you may or may not be able to demonstrate with what our setup is here. We've got some good visuals.
Yes. The rules are real simple. I happen to have written the ordinance pretty much, and it's 4 feet from the center of the hive to any property line. I believe it's it's 4 feet. If it's facing a alleyway or something, you have to put some type of fence or trees so that the bees have to fly up and over. And I don't think they can be pointing towards a public sidewalk. Other than that, you can have as many as you can fit in your yard, staying within that 4 feet from the property. Pretty simple. I think they put in there that you need to register them with the city. I don't. But actually, we didn't. We took that out. We not have to register with the city. So
if you just wanted to pick up beekeeping and you just wanted to go buy a hive or a box, I'm sorry if my definitions aren't correct. I wouldn't need to get like a permit or register with the city. I could just start right away so long as I'm following the correct zoning regulations.
Correct. There was talk about getting a license. I think you have to have one for chickens, but we decided that it fell under the nuisance ordinance, that if they become a nuisance, then they could do something to have fix it.
Okay.
Why tie up with red tape? So it's really, very simple. And under non-pandemic conditions, I give classes in the spring on beginning beekeeping. So that's it. Start. It's not cheap. It's a little expensive. It's an investment. I always tell people, don't give up. That's going to happen. Chances are your first year, you're not going to have good success. It's just, there's a lot to learn. And there's a lot of factors outside of your control, the weather, and pests, and diseases and things. I just tell people, don't give up. Just keep at it, keep at it. Eventually things will click. You find the right bees for you, because there's all different varieties where you can get bees from. So it's very simple, guys.
So I'd love to hear more about the finances, but also kind of the environment in which to keep them, and just some general stuff to be aware of as a beekeeper. But maybe we take it inside,
Yes.
and
Perfect.
we'll have a slight transition on YouTube,
Okay.
but that's okay. It'll all
Yep.
be there all together. So you can just carry it along.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Do you need help carrying these things?
No. It's like
There.
yeah, there's something that is a little bit. Just a tiny bit.
Batteries coming.
Some of them are like periodically poking their heads out.
Still-
The weather's not good.
Still going, but it's it's like a 20-second lag.
I do that sometimes. Yeah. I couldn't access my one-on-one PowerPoints, but my Android won't play it. It wants to convert to PDF. And it says the file's too big. Gotcha. That's
Is it like a Google Drive or something?
yeah.
Because we can log in and pull it up if you like.
Go inside.
I mean, at this point, I might as well make it fun.
Hey,
No one calls this anymore.
continuing to talk about bees.
Parent teacher conference. Why?
Life on campus. I should do
It's
this
always
more.
fun to see.
Yeah.
So we'll transition to another live stream, but we'll just have a momentary delay. So will that log in somewhere else then?
So you should be able to. So like
Use it in the classroom?
So you should be able to just log into Classroom and start doing everything you just did on your phone.
As long as I can authenticate on the phone because
Yeah,
of
well,
battery.
That'll be the moment of.
All right, YouTubers, we are going to go inside. We're going to be back live in just a minute. So let's stop the stream and we'll pick it back up in just a moment. So.
Oh, it's locked. It's like totally locked.